I'm in the process of buying my home and I close on January 31st. So how do I pay it off in 7 years?
Ah, very good. So, Dolores, it is 7 to 9 years is our average. Some people actually pay it off faster than that, depending on their resources. Some people take maybe a little longer than that, maybe 10 to 12 years, but it's still better than 30. So this is an average. So I will show you how that is done. So here's what we're talking about, Dolores. Tell me, about how much is your mortgage going to be?
515.
515. Okay. Is that how much you borrowed? Or is that what your payment is going to be?
My payment's gonna be 515 a
How
month.
much did you borrow?
They gave me 70,000, but I'm gonna put 25 down.
You're going to put 25 down. Do you want to put 25 down?
Yes, I want to pay it off quick as I can.
Okay. So we're going to show you two things today. Okay.
Okay.
Number one, never put a large down payment on a loan ever. All right. So you definitely want to see this. So the entire amount is how much? You said 75,000?
70,000.
70,000. Okay. So we put 70,000. Okay. And your interest rate is how much?
I think it's 3 point something.
Okay. 3.125. Okay. And 30-year loan?
15.
15-year loan. Okay. Is there any way you can get that changed?
I tried to do 10, but he said I couldn't do 10. I could do
Okay.
15.
You want to do a 30 and pay it off in 7.
Okay.
Okay. Here's what's happening with a 15-year mortgage. All right. So if we have a 15-year mortgage, right? And I'm putting the numbers on right now. 15-year mortgage, 180 months. Okay. That payment is $487.63. Okay. That is
Hmm.
for a 15-year mortgage. Do you know that if you had a 30-year mortgage, you could still pay the 487.63? You don't need permission to do that.
Yeah, he said that.
Okay. So if I get a 30-year, all right, if I do 360 payments, okay, 360 payments, then my payment is 299.86. See, what happens if we get a 15-year mortgage, number one, and things get a little tight, you're stuck with that larger payment. You can get the 30-year mortgage where your payment would be 299.86 and still make the 15-year payment if you wanted to. And if things get tight, you can drop back down to the 299.86. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So here's the other thing we're talking about. Okay. So let's take a look at a 70,000 at 299.86 is the payment. All right. Instead of the $500. Now, for the very first payment, $117.57 goes to principal, $182.29 goes to interest. That's payment number one. All right. Payment number two, $117.87. It only changes by 30 cents. $117.87 goes to principal, and $181.99 goes to interest. So if you wanted to, you could make the very first payment. That would, let's say it's January. You're paying your first payment in January. February's principal payment would be $117.87. You could actually pay that in January as well, the $117.87. Knock out the interest payment on line two, save $181.99, and your next mortgage payment for February will actually be on line three of your mortgage. Now, here is what you need to know to put all of this into perspective when you rewatch this. After 1 year, we're looking at cumulative principal and cumulative interest. After 1 year, by doing it the bank's way, you would pay down this loan by $1,431.21. That's how much goes to principal. How much would go to interest is $2,167.11 would go to interest in the first year. So now you're going to pay $1,431 towards your principal in 1 year. Here's the question. Do you have to pay it in 12 monthly installments? Or if you had the 1431 up front, could you pay it all at one time if you had the money, if you wanted to? The answer is you could pay it all at once. That 1431 could be paid in 1 month you're paid down to line 12 on your amortization schedule in 1 month, knocking out 11 payments you never have to make by giving the bank the same amount of money they would recover from you in 12 months. You're going to pay it in one. Just give me an example. Pay it in one, and you're paid down to line 12 on your amortization schedule, not for $2,167 in interest, but only for $182.29 in interest. So, Delorise, when you rewatch this, what you want to do is give us a call. Go to ice10k.com. In that link, it says get a savings and earnings report. By clicking on that, you can put your information in now, and our team will work on a savings and earnings report for you and get you a consultation. You can know the month, day, and year you could be debt-free on this loan within usually a 7 to 9 year window by using a 30-year loan instead of a 15-year loan. Okay? So would you rather pay off this loan in 15 years or pay it off in 7?
I want to pay it off like in at least 7 years. I don't want to do the 15.
Okay. Well, then if you don't want to do the 15, then don't. Let's not do it in 15.
Okay.
Let's not set ourselves up for failure. Let's get the regular mortgage, and we'll show you how to pay it off in a lot less time. We can plug in the numbers and then give you good advice on what steps to take to make sure that you pay it off when you want to. So go to ice10k.com, click on the button that says get a savings and earnings report. We will do all the math for you, set up a consultation, and we can show you what your income can do to get you out of debt faster than 30 years and cheaper than the amount of interest that they want you to pay. How's that sound, Mr. Delorise?
Yes.
All right. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I'm glad this was helpful to you. Do you have any other questions?
No, that'll be all. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
But Don has some valuable information that can contribute to the quality of a person's life. And it only costs you a few dollars. It's his book. Why not get that?
I'm going to go through the P.I.L.L method myself with some of my investment properties. So I'm going to link up with Don, and then I'm going to sit down with him, show him my investment portfolio, and see how I can eliminate interest.